Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives DOL. Spoilers recap for Friday, September 8, reveals that Vivian Alamain, Louise Sorrell, annoyed everyone at Victor Kiriakis, John Aniston, funeral reception, especially Kate Roberts Brady, Lauren Koslow, since she kept referring to Philip Kiriakis, John Paul Lavoisier, as her son. Kate insisted that just because Vivian stole an embryo didn't make her Philip's mother. Vivian acted like she had a special bond with Philip anyway and refused to leave until Victor's will reading. Kate informed Philip that although neither of them were in the will, Victor set up a secret trust for Philip while he was in Europe so that he'd be taken care of. After Kate and Philip took off, they shared some tender moments at the pub together. Kate was glad for this bonding time with Philip and wished she could see the look on Vivian's face when she inherited Bupkis. Back at the Kiriakis mansion, Justin Kiriakis, Wally Kurth, decided to get the will out of the safe so that he could prove Vivian wasn't in it and make her leave. However, Justin was surprised when the will wasn't in the safe like Victor previously showed him. After a phone call to Victor's estate lawyers, Justin was stunned to learn Victor had the will destroyed while he was on his trip. John Black meets his father, Timothy Robichaud, for the first time, played by Dick Van Dyke on Days of Our Lives, Friday, September 8. Justin said that meant Victor's entire estate went to Maggie Kiriakis, Suzanne Rogers, as the surviving spouse, but Vivian piped up to say she was the surviving spouse instead. It turns out the papers were never properly filed to end Vivian and Victor's union, or so she claimed. Vivian insisted that they never got a real divorce decree, so Maggie's marriage to Victor was null and void. "I am the widow Kiriakis and I inherit everything," Vivian declared on Monday's Days episode. Meanwhile, Sarah Horton, Lindsay Godfrey, was having painful contractions in the area that had been set up for Victor's funeral outside. Since Sarah didn't think she could make it to the hospital, Rex had to deliver the baby right then and there. During a moment alone with Rex on Monday's DOL show, Sarah admitted she was half out of her mind with pain. It left Sarah worried that she'd spill the paternity truth to Xander Cook, Paul Telfer, but Rex reassured her. After Xander grabbed some clean towels, he encouraged Sarah to squeeze his hand and brought up some tips they learned in the birthing class they once took together. Both Xander and Sarah flashed back to when he delivered Mackenzie Mickey Horton since this ordeal reminded them of that fateful night. Xander kept coaching Sarah through the birth as he held one hand while Chloe Lane, Nadia Jorlin, held the other. Since Sarah wanted to sit up for the final push, Xander slid in behind her and kept offering support. Rex finally delivered Sarah's baby girl on Monday's Days episode, so she was delighted to hold her and feel so much love. Unfortunately, the situation took an unsettling turn when Sarah started shivering and ultimately lost consciousness. Rex kept calling out to Sarah as Xander held the baby and looked concerned. At the hospital on Monday's Day show, John Black, Drake Hutchiston, joined Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, in her office where she was talking to the mystery man, Dick Van Dyke. After John talked about all the info he'd been able to uncover, he handed over the mystery man's dog tags. The name Joseph Bell still didn't ring a bell, but Timothy Robichaud did once John admitted his biological father served in the same army unit. It eventually jogged the mystery man's memory about what happened after an explosion caused his severe head injury. It was revealed in a newly created flashback that Joseph stole Timothy's dog tags instead of helping him and became a deserter. That meant the mystery man was the real Timothy Robichaud, so he was also John's bio dad. Timothy was thrilled to finally get answers and suddenly remembered that his wife's name was Maud. Maud was pregnant when Timothy served in the army, so he told John that he loved him before he ever knew him since he loved his wife so much. Unfortunately, John delivered updates on Maud passing away a few years back. Timothy shrugged that he already knew that deep down, but he was glad over this reunion with John and didn't want to lose each other again. John got emotional as he embraced Timothy in a powerful moment. Days of Our Lives spoilers say John will do whatever he can to welcome Timothy into his family, so stay tuned for news on their attempt to bond.